Arg! After a brief silence, a pair of footsteps made their way to my spot. Each step seemed to echo with a haunting, otherworldly tone, almost as if a very low and dark piano played a singular note with each step the pair of feet took.
I will admit, you really wailed on him. You practically scared everyone out of the warehouse. It's a good thing you were hiding when you lost your glamour spell, huh?
Glamour spell? What did he mean? Why did Damon sound so different? Why was this being hidden from me? Oh no, it's how he actually looks. We're gonna get to see how he... Oh no, this is gonna be either bad or really good.
It's a spell that makes us look human.
And obviously sound human as well. We're gonna need that back. Because that's... I don't appreciate the devil voice thing in bed. That's not a thing that I'm into. I mean, other than that, yeah, fine. But if you could, like, not do that, I would appreciate it. I would find that orgasmic. I froze. Look human? They didn't look like humans after all? What did they look like?
Like demons.
Okay. I'm nervous. What? As if Matthew knew what Damon was talking about, Matthew spoke up, followed by the sound of a cork popping out of a bottle.
Well, not for much longer. Here.
I could hear the small clink of a glass being passed before hearing Damon guzzle down a liquid of some sort. The feel of the air around me gently began to warm back up, insinuating that everything had been returned to normal. Finally, Sam moved his hands away from my eyes, allowing me to see around me once again. The devils, including Eris, had fled. Malix was missing, but the bloodstains left behind in his place told me that he was definitely dead, regardless of his location. The boys, however, had all gathered around me, all of them, including Damon, looking like nothing had happened. What just... I tried to speak, but everything zipped around in my head at the whole event, and I felt like speaking wasn't possible.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
I could only nod. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what and how and when. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked to Damon for some form of sign that I wasn't dreaming. Damon, despite looking down at his feet, held a face of cold sadness, as if he regretted what he did. It was over. Malix was gone, and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my bodies at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down in my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
Yeah.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
Yeah?
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
Feel free to.
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Damon has nothing to say. I looked at Damon, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened, and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damon spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
Please don't ask this. The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal, and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. I gulped, face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that had happened. I looked to Damon, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but would he ask to stay? I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. As he knew what I wanted, Damon moved and stepped to me, staring into my eyes with almost pleading gaze. His eye made me want to whimper in guilt, but then he spoke.
I know we've only been here for a short while, but you've done so much for us just by giving us a place to stay. However, if I may be honest, I really would like us to stay here longer. Can we?
Of course you can, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. My heart skipped while a large red blush ran across my cheeks. The boy stared at Damon wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Damon stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again, and my life could return to normal. If I did decide to let them go, they would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. What the fuck? You're gonna give me a... This should be a fucking no-brainer. Why is this even a choice? I wanted them to stay. I wanted him to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love it if you all could stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastically. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited, despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh! Yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Can we snuggle? Is that a thing that can happen now? Can we snuggle?
Yeah, man.
That's it, that's all you have to say? Okay. I watched a small smile grow onto Damien's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. Okay. Okay. Calm face. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Damien alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Damien walked closer to me. He was happy, and it was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, cutie. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're welcome, Damon. I'm glad to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit before he cleared his throat and looked up at me with a serious face. I didn't know if it was the tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself sway a bit on my feet. However, Damon's face made it clear that he wanted to say something else, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me.
Listen, about what happened at the warehouse.
Yeah? No, it's fine. You did what you had to do. I understand. I had accepted everything that happened, and knew that Damon had to do what he had to do. He was real, and he was someone I didn't want to be without, even if that meant nodding against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explore that memory further. Damon nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on. Let's get you to bed.
Alright. I nodded before Damon gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Damon's chest, but eventually I was lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. I looked to Damon, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Good night. I'll make breakfast for you in the morning.
You don't really have to, but hey. Thanks anyway. I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. A wave of happiness washed that. I'm just gonna go again. A wave of happiness washed over me as I laid in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house and being with a man whom I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness of my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. What? No, that's not the end. This is not how you end. No. Don't you dare end. Ah. No. No, this is not how you end. No. No. What? Whoa, what?
You are an interesting creature.